this. It's just like...
Oh, see, man, I'm down to counting the individuals. So. Hey, welcome to Papa Bear's studio. I am Not John, and I have the pleasure to have in the studio... Not John. That's that's my nickname. Not John. Yeah.
Not John.
Not John.
That's sort of like saying it's not me. Anyway, you were saying, go ahead.
This is Patrick Marcinko III.
Hi.
And he's here to tell you a little bit about what he does and his experiences and what he can do for you. Am I right?
I can do things for them?
You can, right?
Well, I'll try.
Well, he's a drum teacher.
Okay, yeah, here I am. Right. It's me, for real.
He's a drum teacher here in Northeast Pennsylvania and has been in education for how long?
I've been state certified for, roughly speaking, 20 years now.
20 years?
About 20 years. I've been teaching since I'm 17.
There's something to be said about
that.
So
I've been playing way more than 40 years. I started playing professionally at age 15.
Cool.
Started playing drums completely at age 5, or at least I was told. I was given drums at age 5. First thing I did was take them all apart. And my mother said, he's not going to be a drummer, he's going to be a mechanic.
Or a drum tech.
Or a drum tech, right? I did put them back together again, though, and I actually still have the bass drum.
Along those lines, Pat just took the time to set up the drum kit here at Papa Bear's studio. So any drummers that come down to record, you're going to have a really, really nice sounding drum kit.
Absolutely, great sounding kit.
And that you can thank this guy for that.
And this cymbal right here, this one right here, this is the one everybody wants, and have it, though.
Bob Scory.
Bob Scory wants it. Other ones sound nice, good splash. You'd be very surprised about these hats. Very surprised. I mean, you can bring your own cymbals, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Isn't that right? Not
absolutely.
John?
I encourage everybody to bring their own cymbals and even a snare if they want to, or they can use what's here, whatever they desire.
Yeah, it does sound nice, real nice. Good sounding room and everything. You'll love the facility, real homey, and they serve coffee too.
We do?
Oh, you did? No coffee. Never mind.
No coffee.
No coffee. You have tea?
We
could bring your own with you.
It's BYOT.
There you go. Bring your own tea.
So tell us some of the projects you've worked on over the years.
Over the years, oh my gosh, oh you name it. I've done all kinds of studio work. I'm going to be doing a lot of things with you here.
Great,
because I love the place, and I've done things over at Sound Investments and On Track Recording Studio, which unfortunately is no more, but that used to be deep in the heart of Dixon City. I was at Sound Investments when they were first in Scranton. Also, now I know that they're down here in Old Forge. Things in a couple New York studios, New Jersey studios, and shows all over the place. I work a lot. I am the drummer for Clarence Spady. I've had some incredible people subbing for me, I could say that. And that would include, a lot of the local drummers who you may have had the great fortune to hear, people like Sharon Smith, who's just this incredible drummer from Pittston. She works with Bill Coleman and their group, the Soul Shakers. We have a great project coming up with Clarence, working on a new CD and a lot of new great tunes. We'll be at the Lancaster Blues Fest coming up shortly. Big time news. You won't want to miss the, here it comes. This is the, what they call the Winter Blues Fest, or Guitarmageddon at the Scranton Cultural Center. That will be February 15th. Awesome show with the Slam Allen Band, which is just incredible. Great band. And guitar players especially are going to love this night. Slam Allen will be there. Teddy Young will be there. If you've never heard Teddy Young, another incredible blues and funk guitar player from our area here in northeastern Pennsylvania. None other than the great Clarence Spady will be there. And guaranteed an audience filled with a lot of wonderful and interesting people. It becomes a fabulous night where there's some refreshments and everything. You get to be in the historic ballroom of the Scranton Cultural Center that most people don't even realize. There's a big parking garage literally behind the Cultural Center. So you go up Adams Avenue, you can go into the Adams Avenue parking garage, and there's plenty of parking there. Most people are trying to park on the street in front of the place, and there's a great place right behind us, big sidewalk alongside the center, and so it's definitely a show worth going to.
Very cool.
In the meantime, though, if you want to come by Magdon Music, at Magdon Music in downtown Oliphant, that would be 570-383-9413. You can arrange for drum lessons with me, from Pat Marcinko III.
There you go.
In which case, I'm teaching not only regular drum set, but all the other percussion, classical percussion things, rudimental percussion, and even Latin percussion, which not many people that I know of are teaching Latin percussion.
I'd like to hear your single most memorable road story.
Single most memorable road story. Boy,
That gig that just makes you go, hey, remember when?
I remember playing. The bunch of us piled in a van. We all drove all the way down to Philadelphia, and we were going to be the opening act for at the particular club. Their most popular band was going to be having the big anniversary party, kind of a thing. You know, we've been together 20 years, and now here's our anniversary party. And this is this band from northeastern Pennsylvania opening for us. Ladies and gentlemen, enjoy Dick Fawcett. It was Dick Fawcett at the time. So we go down there, the whole bunch of us were down there, and we played an hour and 15-minute show and just blew the top off the place.
Nice.
And afterwards, we packed up all of our stuff, and the other band is already setting up, and we're all packed up, and we're waiting to get paid, and we all made $5 each.
Hey.
5.
All right.
All the way down to Philadelphia for a $5 bill.
The mothership is calling.
I think that's my phone. I do have a great story that I can tell, percussion oriented, which was for a number of years I got to work with an organization called KOSA, K-O-S-A, and KOSA is run by a gentleman by the name of Aldo Mazza. KOSA is an international percussion camp that I believe is still being held at Castleton College in Vermont. In Castleton, Vermont. It is a 1-week event. You can find KOSA online, K-O-S-A, no periods or anything in between. I believe it's kosa.com, and you can look for them online. You can find them in most of the drumming magazines, percussion magazines. You will spend a week with some of the biggest names in the drumming world, okay? So here was one of the times I went there. I wanted to study Latin percussion with this gentleman who's legendary in Cuba, and his nickname is Changuito, Jose Quintana. Okay, so I got to study with Changuito for a week. Every conga drum class I could possibly take with this guy, I did. Man is brilliant. He would play a set of maracas, and you'd swear it was somebody playing a snare drum. You couldn't believe what he was capable of doing on the drum set, at the timbales, on the congas, with bongos, with maracas, you name it. He just handled it, and like magic. It was just brilliant. I got to sit in master classes with the likes of the great Joe Morello, the jazz drummer from the Dave Brubeck Quartet, the great drum instructor Jim Chapin, Steve Smith from Journey, who's now touring with Journey currently. Steve Smith was there. Marco Miniman was there. I remember meeting a particular percussionist who at the time was playing percussion for Celine Dion.
Nice. You know what I found out though, and
Go ahead.
You are falling into a category of musicians that I have total respect for, and that is someone who you can consider a master at their own craft, yet they're always trying to learn more. They're always out to take a master class, always looking for teachers and lessons, something that somebody can teach them, and they never stop. I would like to invite anybody and everybody to visit.
Now, there's tons of stories. I can keep going. So come and visit me, and I'll tell you more then.
Where can they visit you online?
Oh, online? Well, you can find me on Facebook, Patrick Marcinko,
And
at Facebook.
Again, Marcinko.
But you also can you'll find some great videos from various things at Guitar Center, such as the Drum Off. I have a bunch of solos on there from that. Old stuff now. I'm much thinner then.
I will put links in the description.
Oh, there we go. Some things from a production that I'm involved with yearly called Jump, Jive, and Jazz. The great Bob Dorough, who was basically the creator of Schoolhouse Rock. Oh, so conjunction, junction, what's your function, and all of those things like lolly, lolly, lolly. Get your adverbs here. I was involved with one of his last performances.
Nice.
He performed last year at Jump, Jive, and Jazz at Scranton Cultural Center. The Upper Valley Winds Big Band, which I am now currently leading from behind the drum set. Always a salute to my dad, because it was originally his band, the Upper Valley Winds, and featuring the greatest in jazz musicians from our area, guys like the great saxophone player Tommy Hamilton, also great saxophone player Mr. Jim Buckley, who's a wonderful, wonderful teacher from our area. We've had Gary Rixner playing with us in the trombone section, and Ken Lucky in the trumpet section is the teacher up at Tunkhannock Area School District, and Dave Jumper, who teaches over at Marywood. Joe Cole, who teaches at Marywood, has played bass with us. We've had the great Bill Washer on guitar with us, Marshall Kornblatt on keys. We tried to change up some of the musicians.
We can see all this stuff online?
This is online.
Awesome.
You can find it on my Facebook page, or you can go to YouTube and just look up Jump, Jive, Jazz 2018.
Well, what I'm going to do is
it.
I'm going to put the links to all those on the description of this video. So
Yeah.
all you have to do is look down, and you'll see the links, and you
There
can
it
click
is,
on
down
that
there,
right
right
So
down like that.
enough talk. Let's hear something, huh?
You want me to play?
I want you to play.